What's up guys, I'm Danny and thank you for checking out my channel, Blu-ray Dan. In this video we're going to be going over my top 10 movie list for 2015. This is a video that I've wanted to do for quite some time. It just took me a little longer than I thought to figure out what my top 10 was going to be. I did a lot of adding and subtracting and re-adding and re-subtracting. So it's been a little bit of a process, but I finally sat down today and I figured it out and yeah. So before I go into anything else, I feel the need to tell people that just because I didn't pick your movie doesn't mean I didn't like it. And yeah, a lot of people don't exactly always seem to understand what the word opinion means. So if you don't and you're not sure, or by the end of it you don't agree with anything and you think I'm a complete moron, do yourselves a favor, Google the definition of opinion and then tell me what you thought of the video. But with that being said, yeah, let's get into this because I'm excited. Now, there were so many movies that I liked this year. I didn't think that this year was going to stand up to 2014 because there were so many that I loved from that year also. But by the end of the year, just so many good movies kept coming out. My list is mixed with a whole bunch of different kinds of genres. It's a whole big mix of stuff. And I've already heard plenty of people disagree with me on them, so it is what it is. It's my list. I was going to do some honorable mentions, but I'm not going to do that. If you guys want to see a top 25, ask me later on down the line or ask me, I don't know. This right here is just going to be strictly my top 10 list. So guys, coming in at number 10, we have Black Mass. In my opinion, Black Mass is one of the most underrated movies of 2015. This movie has Johnny Depp as the lead, and it's so hard to see him as Johnny Depp. You know, usually a lot of his movies are, you know, wacky and really, really out there. But this one, it was so serious and it was creepy. And I remember sitting in the movie theater being intimidated, and like I didn't see it as Johnny Depp in the slightest. I could see how fantastic of an actor he is. Like, he really truly shined in this movie, and I respected him for it. For a movie to do that to me and make me feel strange, that's a big deal to me, honestly. Aside from Johnny Depp himself, he had a really great cast including Joel Edgerton, Benedict Cumberbatch, Dakota Johnson, Kevin Bacon, and there are plenty more as well. The movie was filmed really, really nice, and it's based on a true story, which makes it even creepier knowing that. So that is why Black Mass is my number 10 on this list. Coming in at number 9, we have Spotlight. Spotlight is the true story that you never really wanted to know because it's so screwed up. This movie is based on the Priest child molestation cases. It's so disturbing, yet so very important to know. The cast was absolutely fantastic. You had Mark Ruffalo, who I'm growing to love every movie that he puts out. You have Michael Keaton, who, to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of, but this was probably my favorite role of his. You have Liev Schreiber, who I'm a big fan of, Rachel McAdams, who I'm a big fan of, and yeah, just, you know, the movie was shot and filmed so very well, and it was horrible and horrific at the same time. It's powerful, it's scary, and it's a movie that everybody needs to see. So if you haven't seen this one yet, I highly, highly recommend it. And that is why Spotlight is my number 9 on this list. Coming in the number 8 spot, we have 99 Homes. Now this movie is starring Andrew Garfield and Michael Shannon, two very underrated actors in my opinion. Andrew Garfield, I'm not gonna lie, I have not been the biggest fan of him. I think mainly because he was dating Emma Stone, and you know, don't touch Emma. That's my girl. And I've been a fan of Michael Shannon since I've seen him in The Iceman. Now this movie flew under the radar for so many people. Whenever I mentioned how much I liked the movie to somebody, they had no clue what I was talking about. Now, within the movie, Andrew Garfield's character gets evicted from his home very unfairly by Michael Shannon, and you know, in order to survive and get his house back and make some money, he starts working with him and starts evicting other people from their homes. It's just a true story of greed, and it proves and shows how money can ruin everything. We all need it, and unfortunately it corrupts a lot of people, and it's very sad to see, but the way that it was portrayed and viewed in 99 Homes was phenomenal. It's a crazy story. It's got great acting from both of them. This is the best role that I've ever seen Andrew Garfield in. I highly, highly recommend checking this one out if you have not. So that is why 99 Homes is my number 8 on this list. In spot number 7, we have Infinitely Polar Bear. Now, this movie starring Mark Ruffalo and Zoe Saldana, alongside with two really, really very talented little girl female actors. This movie shows how bipolar disorder can really take over somebody and really affect them and their families, but it was done in a really, I don't know, like, it's sad, beautiful, funny, witty kind of way. This right here, aside from Spotlight, has to be my absolute favorite Mark Ruffalo performance. The way he interacted with his kids, he was funny, he was scary. It was just really, really well done. Zoe Saldana also does a great job in the film. Always easy on the eyes, you know what I'm saying? move along. I know a lot of people have not seen this movie, but I always knew from the beginning that this was going to stay on my top 10 list. It is filmed beautifully, it's funny, it's heartwarming, it's sad, and I just think that this is one that you guys should really check out. So that is why Infinitely Polar Bear is number 7 on my list. Coming in at number 6, we have Chappie. Now, I know that so many people are going to disagree with me on this movie, but I loved it. From the second that I saw it in theaters, I was sitting there and I was having such a good time. Yes, there are some things that annoy me about it. Yes, the trailers portrayed it to be a little bit differently when it first came out, but if you open your mind and you give this movie a chance, you'll see that it was beautifully shot. The action scenes were awesome. You fell in love with Chappie, and it's, instead of it being like a really cool action robotic type movie like they showed it was going to be, it's more about the corruption of an innocent young child's mind. I truly had a great time with this movie. I watched it, I think, about 3 times so far. I've not gotten sick of it yet. I've actually even grown to love it even more. Please give Chappie a chance. Go in it with an open mind instead of just like expecting what the trailers show you all the time. That's why trailers get me annoyed, because sometimes they just don't know how to do it. But yeah, highly recommend this movie, and that is why Chappie is number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have The Revenant. The Revenant is starring Leonardo DiCaprio, and it is fantastic. This movie shows a true story of survival, and it was acted and portrayed so well. You could feel DiCaprio's pain, you could feel his struggle, his heartache, his ambition, everything. It's just his will to survive. In addition to DiCaprio, you had Tom Hardy, who also did a really great job. Every character that he plays in each different movie is just so different, and it really shows his widespread variety of roles that he could play. Now, as everybody's been saying, this movie is gorgeous, and it is just shot so beautifully. DiCaprio 100% deserves the Oscar for this movie. I really hope he gets it. If you have not seen this movie yet, I highly recommend it. But that is why number 5 goes to The Revenant. Coming in our number 4 spot, we have Room. Now, this movie is starring Brie Larson and Jacob Tremblay, and it is fantastic. I saw this movie in theaters not too long ago, and it's just performed so well. In my book, this is Brie Larson's best role since Short Term 12. She just has so much talent, and to be alongside little Jacob Tremblay worked so well. He is such a young, very talented actor who, I don't even know if he's done many other roles. I don't know if he's done any other roles, but he needs to be in more stuff. Aside from the acting, this movie is terrifying, and it's powerful. Some of these scenes just had me in awe, and I sat there and I felt like I was experiencing what the character was experiencing, and sometimes it was just pure amazement, and I don't know, it was just done so well. Brie Larson has been getting awards for this movie, and she completely deserves it. I hope she wins the Oscar for this one as well. And yeah, that is why Room is number 4 on my list. In the number 3 spot, we have Ex Machina. I saw Ex Machina early on in the year, and it just stuck with me the whole entire time. The story is so interesting. The visuals are absolutely gorgeous. Alicia Vikander makes me attracted to robots. I'm not even kidding. I was straight up attracted to that robot. This movie also really brought Oscar Isaac to my attention. I've seen him in a few other things. I liked him. I wasn't the biggest fan, but when I saw him in this, it blew me away. Love him. And another thing that I really loved about it was that you can never really tell how this movie's gonna turn out. There are just a lot of twists and turns by the end of the whole movie, and it was a really great theater experience for me. And that is why Ex Machina is number 3 on my list. Coming in the number 2 spot, we have Maggie. Now, nobody's really gonna agree with me about Maggie, but I saw this movie at the Tribeca Film Festival. I saw it with 2 fellow YouTubers or BlueTubers, and I was really the only one who came out of it who enjoyed it. Now, here's one thing that I always tell people when they ask about this movie or when they judge this movie. The ratings and the reviews that this movie's been getting, all the hate, is because this movie is going to be heavily expectation based when you see it. Now, what I mean by that is you hear Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's pretty much typecast at this point, and you think action. And you hear zombies, and you think action. Then you hear Arnold Schwarzenegger and zombies together, and you think crazy action movie. Well, that is not what you get from this movie at all. This movie is basically a slow burn drama that happens to have zombies in it. And it is fantastic. This is by far Arnold Schwarzenegger's best performance that I've ever seen. His acting is top notch. You see him crying, you see him worried about his daughter, worried about the situation, worried about what's going to happen in the future, worried about how he's going to deal with it, go about it, everything. And Abigail Breslin, who you probably know from Zombieland, which is pretty funny, she also does a really, really great job in this movie. Aside from the cast and the acting, the visuals were gorgeous. Every time that I see this movie, and the more that I think about it, the more I honestly, truly, truly like it. It was actually number one on my list until the next movie came along, which you're gonna find out in a second. If you guys trust my opinion, do me a favor, see Maggie with an open mind. Don't even watch the trailer, just see the movie. If you don't like it, that's fine, but at least you gave it a chance. But that is why Maggie is my number 2 on this list. And last but not least, in the number 1 spot, we have the movie Creed. That is right, Creed is what knocked all of the other movies out of their order this year. It was my most anticipated movie of the year, and it absolutely delivered on every single aspect that I had hoped it did. This is the 7th installment to the Rocky franchise. It is a spin-off, but it's the perfect spin-off. This is exactly what you want to see from a spin-off movie. Reprising his role as Rocky Balboa, you have Sylvester Stallone, who anytime he touches this character, it turns to gold. And although he's a supporting actor, which really breaks my heart to say, the fantastic Michael B. Jordan comes into the lead to play Adonis Creed. Guys, I cannot begin to explain to you how excited for this movie I was. I actually filmed a whole Rocky movie marathon from Rocky to Creed, all 7 movies, and I just haven't gotten the chance to edit it yet. One thing that I was worried about was that it was just going to be so modern that it wasn't going to do the original characters justice and the original stories justice. But the reason that this movie hits number 1 for me is because it has the same exact impact as the other movies did. It has action, it has a great cast, it has great acting, it has incredible visuals, incredible music, and workout montages, which is what Rocky was always great at. But most of all, this movie has heart, and that right there is what completely won me over. I just fell in love with this movie. I cannot wait for it to hit Blu-ray. I'm gonna buy every single version that I possibly can of it. The crazy part about it is that I grew up being a huge Rocky fan. I never thought that I was gonna see a Rocky movie on the big screen. Then little did we know Rocky Balboa came out, and I remember I marathoned all the movies back then. I rushed to a theater that was about an hour away. I met my brother, we watched it, we absolutely loved it, and we figured that was it. And then when Creed was announced, I was mind blown and just so excited. I could truly say that it did not disappoint in the slightest. I am absolutely thrilled with it, and that is why Creed is my number 1 movie of 2015. So alright guys, that is it. That is my top 10 list. So just to recap once again, coming at number 10 was Black Mass, number 9 was Spotlight, coming in at number 8 was 99 Homes, and number 7 was Infinitely Polar Bear. Coming in at number 6 was Chappie, and at number 5, The Revenant. In the number 4 spot we had Room, and in the number 3 spot we had Ex Machina. And finally, number 2 was Maggie, and number 1 was Creed. But that is it, guys. I'm really happy to have gone through this and finally have done this video for you. But before I go, I just want to ask you guys a couple questions as always. The main one being, what do you think of my choices? Because like I said, I know there are a lot of questionable choices, a lot of people don't agree with me, and I would love to hear your opinion. Have you seen any of these movies that I mentioned so far? And what are your thoughts on them? But that is it, guys. That's it for the questions. As always, if you guys could please do me a favor and hit that like button and give me a thumbs up. Please leave a comment in the comment box down below. Please share the video around to your family, friends, hated ones, loved ones, enemies, worst enemies, ex-girlfriends, anything. Just share it around. Do me that favor. I would truly appreciate it. And of course, can you guys please subscribe to my channel? I got plenty of more videos coming out. There's so much that I intend on doing, including a complete Blu-ray movie collection, which is pretty close to 2,500 Blu-rays. So I'd appreciate if you guys stick around, subscribe to me, check me out. If you guys would like to follow me outside of YouTube, you guys can follow me on Facebook, my Facebook group Movie Craze, Instagram, Twitter, and my official Blu-ray Dan website, where I do tons of movie reviews and show you guys the latest trailers and the latest movie news. Or if you want to go a different route, you can follow me on my other YouTube channels, Old Legend Studios for pranks and sketches, or Legendverse for real-life superhero battles. But yeah, that's it, guys. We have reached the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I hope to see tons and tons of comments. Let me know what your top 10 list is, and yeah, that's it. As always, I'm Danny, and this is the Blu-ray Dan channel. I'll see you guys next time. What's